track was badass. I got to unleash the entire car. I ran it wide freaking open the whole damn time. Just pointing fire. As long as the track holds up, we'll be all right. Car will be all right. I don't mind playing in the mud. Not my favorite thing, but we'll be all right. They changed the rules up for us at Bristol, and it was something I had never built to before. And so far, it's working out really good, so I'm real happy with it. It's not the handiest thing to see over, but I usually run about 4 inches lower in the front than this one, but this particular rule said I was afraid everybody would be climbing bumpers and taking radiators out. So we're doing a full house remodel, so that's kept me real busy. We bought a farmhouse, and you know, my wife was diagnosed with cancer just before Bristol, so that's kind of kept our hands full. But you know, everything's going good there, so you know, real happy with that. So other than that, it's just everyday life challenges like the rest of us.
Jason?
What's your name, sir?
Jason Koch.
Can you walk me through your plates, Jason? Your fix-it plates?
What class you running?
Combat.
Team class?
Yeah. Right there.
One.
Yeah. Right there.
Two. Then you got, do you have your stretchy plate back here, I'm assuming?
Well, mine was the
zigzag
bushing
thing.
for the extra body bolt.
Okay.
Not the zigzag, but same thing.
Okay, so, but that space is, that's where that is?
Yep.
Okay.
I think there might be one patch plate up underneath that.
Well, you're allowed,
corner where it moved.
that's fine. We were just trying to mark them, make it easy on us. You're allowed 12. Yeah.
The same as that side did?
Yep.
It's good there.
Bump right. Is right on.
Perfect.
Yep, perfect.
Dead nut.
Okay.
Ready for it?
You got your down legs. One, two. There could be something under here. So you're 5 on, 5 off.
Okay.
But then you're allowed your bumper plates.
Okay.
But it doesn't attach to your bumper. So essentially, it's just got to be 5 on, 5 off through here.
Easy enough.
And same thing going up here, which you already have.
Yeah, I didn't add anything up there. I just make a couple stitches back here.
It'll go through here too. So here's your 5 off, 5 on. So somewhere in here.
Yep, no problem.
What's the problem there?
Just got to cut some stitch welding back where the trunk seams were welded back across.
It's a 5 on, 5 off strap trunk. So you just measure the exterior of the trunk, and it's just got to be 5 inches welded on, 5 inches up welded off. Okay, let's go up.
Hey Dustin, stop there for just a second. I forgot. The ones we were allowed before Bristol, the patch plate before Bristol, that's this one on both sides. Forgot to point that out.
Okay. All right, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
I don't like these cars on my 4-post lift. I definitely don't like them on the 2-post.
I don't like being under them.
Especially when it's heater hotter.
Right?
Yeah, we gotta have to start setting them back a little farther because they're pretty front heavy.
Like the one we're seeing up there.
So 15, then you're at 32.
Well, whether or not
So the slinky plates are allowed to be 12 inches essentially, and that's what you're getting there, even though, I mean, now you got extra going on there, but it's, because this part, I mean, you can only get so far. So you got some shit under here too, so. There's got to be a fix-it plate in here.
Right.
Okay. You guys need anything else?
Sweet.
Couple things. That it, Dustin?
Awesome.
All right, let's go up.
Three
Went,
things.
yeah, it went great. 3 easy fixes. So
You're wondering what's the easiest, what's the hardest one you got? Cut the gussets.
gussets on the front bumper is the hardest thing got changed.
Right here.
Yep. Yeah, other than that, just some cosmetic stuff.
Excellent. We're happy about it.
I like it. Might be clapping more. I'll get it right
This will be my first time watching them derby. I helped them with Bash to have the rear end. We pushed all of this forward, and we're gonna have to do that again. So that'll be fun.
Wall down there. Lit it on fire trying to cut it off.
I feel terrible about that,
Uh-huh. Real bad.
You can see the sincerity.
Where about it, too.
I run Koch Performance Automotive, build mostly carburetors, and try to help a lot of the derby guys out with that kind of stuff. So that's my primary thing. I've got a couple engines I help guys with, but for the most part, just help with carburetors. Yeah, everybody's got something that we're into a little bit that makes it all possible, because these days your car costs as much as your house. So if there's something that you can't do yourself, you better be friends with the guy that can, and likewise, you better be good enough friends with him that you're trading some of it out, because it takes either really deep pockets or really good friends, and fortunately for me, I got a lot of friends. We're only allowed to weld 5 inches, skip 5 inches, so basically I just got to slice the plate back 5 inches on, 5 inches off, so there's not welded solid all the way around. I just mapping it out so I don't cut it wrong.
Nope. Won't be. Feeling good. Feel good after getting all the stuff done?
Yep, I think we're in good shape. Couple minor adjustments, nothing too major. Trade has some fun.
Yeah. Good?
Yep, just gotta get stick, we're good to go. They just look at what you fix and go from there. I haven't seen the track in the last hour or so, but I mean, we haven't had any real hard rain, so it should be reasonable still. Probably be a little slimy at first, but
They usually
not necessarily anybody don't want to get paired up and have to run against them. I mean, there's a couple guys over here that have had repeated luck year after year, or not luck, preparation, and had things go their way year after year, and everybody hopes that their first run's easier than harder, but I mean, take it as it comes. Looking down the line, I don't think there are any easy runs. When I started 30 couple years ago, we were, you just had to learn. There wasn't a beginner's class or anything. You ran with the guys that have been running forever, and you had to learn until you got better. Part of me wishes it was still that way, because I think some of the youngsters think things should be easier just because they're young, and I don't necessarily know if that's better for them. But at the same time, I'm happy to see the progression in the sport, and happy that there is a place for everybody. So, and that doesn't completely answer your question, but like on the lighter classes, a lot of times they're more, not always beginner level, but usually people go through stages where that's the level they learn to perform at, and that's where that. And there are some of the older guys that get to a certain point where they don't want to do this much work anymore, and they'll slow down and go back to a lighter build too. So I mean, it's kind of a level field across the board.
Where do you start with this rig?
A lot of times, like Copart auctions and that sort of stuff will have like the cop cars, and they get to the end of their service life, and we'll buy stuff that way a lot. We literally use the shell of the body and the frame. Everything else is aftermarket.
Good luck, old man.
You too, buddy. Cars back together, seems good.
We haven't been to bed yet.
Let's haven't been to bed yet.
Right.
Not at all.
No.
You've been up straight up.
Well, I passed out in the golf cart for like an hour. When it was raining, I kept getting wet, and it was just soggy butt. And yeah, not cool. I'd like to take a shower. I can do without the sleep and just need a shower.
We just make the food and we make them stop and eat it, and then they carry on.
Give me a little recap on last night and since we've last seen you, kind of, fill me in.
Well, we've been busy, to say the least. We got right after the show was over last night, we all come out here and started tearing everything apart. We had the engine out on the ground in about 2 hours. About 20 minutes after we had it out on the ground, we were doing some cleanup work, and the guys delivering the replacement engine from Wabash, Indiana showed up. So they got here, I think it was around 2 a.m. They got here, we got it in and hooked everything up about an hour ago. Test drove everything about an hour ago. So it's been a very, very, very busy night. We took motor, transmission, everything out together. I decided that was going to be the best approach for this particular fix. So took everything out, swapped the transmission to the new motor, put everything back in, pressured everything back in place, welded her up, started hooking stuff up.
How many of you have actually slept since last night?
Two guys took hour or two naps, and most of the rest of us were awake all night. A couple guys might have fell asleep 10-15 minutes here, 10-15 minutes there, waiting on somebody else to get done doing something so they can get back in. But I have hands down the best crew, period. and every single person jumped in. I wasn't even off the track last night. I was getting messages from my phone that guys were headed to pick the spare engine up, who was picking it up, if I needed things brought from the other shops. I recently moved. I got a bunch of stuff in storage. Guys from hometown were running around from storage building to storage building, gathering parts and everything to get everything over here. So I have a phenomenal crew. Right this very moment, I'm most looking forward to a shower and a nap, but no, I get everything back through, retech, get ready to take the track, and hope for a good showing in the Consi. We hope to put it in the feature. Guys worked real hard, and I'd like to give that to them. Always feel bad when they do their part. You don't feel like you did yours, so hopefully tonight I can do my part. All in all, last night, as far as on the track and everything was, I felt like going my way. Had a good draw. Got Mason picked up on the back, and carried him down the track pretty good. Got into the wall hard. Definitely, slowed him down a lot. And basically had it to where it was going to, be 1v1 pretty shortly. He didn't run long after I broke. I did, however, way over rev the engine in the process of taking him down the track. And, I made a mistake. It was driver error. The track was really slick, and I didn't take that into consideration enough. So broke some parts, but like I told you guys yesterday, this sport, if you're afraid to break it, you better leave it on the track. Howdy Hands is definitely going to make that cheeseburger taste better. There you go.
How are we feeling?
I think it'd be fun. I mean, it's tougher tonight than last night. It's four cars on the track at once, taking one instead of two, or instead of having to beat two, you got to beat three. But I haven't been in bed at all. We went to the hotel a couple hours ago and took a shower and come back and ran the car back through the tech building and got here just before we were supposed to be retech.
So what's your awake hour count then, running into this heat?
Well, I got up at 7 o'clock yesterday morning after going to bed at about 3:30, 4 o'clock the morning before. So I had about 3.5 hours of sleep, and I've been awake for probably going on 30 couple hours.
Car's running good though? You ran it a little bit with the new motor?
Car's excellent. You guys have any idea what the weather forecast is supposed to be doing?
We haven't looked at it.
I'm trying not to look at it.
That's me. Everybody's like, you think it's going to Don't say it.
I mean, these heats are going pretty quick though. I think you guys will be on not too long.
Because you're in like the final. Yeah.
Last one.
He better not put that motor to shame. I know what it can do. I've ran it pretty hard myself for the last 5 years.
Wait, so you're the one that brought it up for me?
It's my motor. Somebody else brought it up.
Oh,
but,
okay,
it's well proven itself.
How are we feeling? A little last minute recalibration, watching those heats. What do you think of the track?
I think the track's looking great. Ready to get out there.
Yeah, I bet. Feeling tired yet? Or
I'm definitely tired.
We got big.
Ready for a nap.
They did a great job.
Hard work, man.
Good job, buddy.
Thanks, buddy. You're in. How'd it go?
Oh God, that was awesome. I'll try to watch my mouth. I'm pretty wound up. The track was badass. I got to unleash the entire car. I ran it wide freaking open the whole damn time. Just pointing fire. That son of a bitch never missed a lick. It ran absolutely perfect the whole time.
And the car otherwise, you feel like there's anything that...
I think I'm in really good shape. I felt the front wheel hanging up on me, so I got up on somebody a little bit. I probably need a lower A-arm or something simple, but
Time to get some rest now.
I definitely got to have a nap. I really appreciate you guys this weekend. It's been a good time.
What'd you say?
I said I told you he wasn't gonna hurt it.
The other car kept trying to get up underneath me. Well, when I felt that, I'm like, man, good wrong. Every time I see it,